into Sunday. Let's try it again. Still waiting on Michael. So I logged on and it wasn't recognizing my OBS camera. So I changed software for that, joined, and then for some reason it died on us. So hopefully this holds up. And I got to get my screen back up. I'm getting back in Discord. Let me know if you guys can hear okay. Let's see.
Let me get into YouTube here without messing everything up.
Let me make sure I chose the right. Oh, yeah, it's not doing the wave link. All right. Let's try that. That should be better. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew. I'm going to post. Not sure why it just won't recognize nothing's changed. OBS virtual camera was not being said it was being used by something else, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I got to get that in place, and then let's share. Where's the share?
Sure.
Do not click in stream.
Okay. Okay, copy. Well, that's not going to help me, is it? I was trying to put a post on the old video to make sure everybody got over, but
I'm trying one more thing here.
Because if I jump out of this, I'm going to lose it. Okay, here we go. Let me do it this way.
Yeah, it's not going to.
I'm getting the link for the old, to transfer to this one.
Well, no, I want to put it in Discord.
Yeah, people are asking me if I broke the live stream. I don't know. Something just went weird.
Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to. Hopefully it popped it back up. I think it did the. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, that's too bad. I'll just have to change title and description and everything later. Share, Discord. Have patience. People, have patience. Let me just post this here. And I did copy and paste, and it didn't work. Okay, let's try that again. Copy. Paste. There we go. All right, we're good. Can you guys hear the audio in the background? Did that audio come through?
I cannot hear your audio. No, I can't hear your fart sounds.
You can't hear anything but my voice?
I can hear just your voice.
Huh. All righty then.
Guys, this was a colossal test. When all else fails, ham radio.
See, Stream Deck switched again. I don't know why it keeps switching. It's switching my audio device for some reason. Okay, now can you hear me still? Michael?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear the Wilhelm scream from the movies?
No, I cannot.
You didn't hear that?
No, sir.
So I'm just wondering if anything.
So what's a stream without farts and screams?
Well, no, that's the other test is that would make me believe that then browser sounds and nothing's going to work.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it on the mixer, but evidently nothing's coming through. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome, guys. Sorry about all that. I'm not sure what happened between my virtual camera not being recognized, now the audio not working. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to switch frequencies. We'll switch to, let's try 30 meters, guys. 20 and 40 is not working. So I'm going to have to add screen. I don't have OBS tonight, guys.
But every major YouTuber out there, when they've done live stream, they've had at least one or two crash. I've seen it multiple times. We're like, okay, we're coming back. Everything's glitching. You just have to look for the new live stream. So,
all right, let me pull my screen up, guys. Tonight's going to be short, and it was almost no live stream, but let me share this right here, and then we'll zoom in. Let's go 200%. There we go. All right. Can everyone see that, or should I make that even closer?
Let's make it full screen. Let's do that.
Where's my full screen?
There we go. I got it.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Or I can take our faces out of it. How's that?
And I could take this off and get rid of that. Wait a minute. Why doesn't it put the... Okay. We'll leave that one up. I'm starting to think something's messed up with StreamYard because it changed my audio. Okay, guys. Welcome, everybody. And for the 15th time, thanks for coming back to the new link. Sorry about the mess ups. Again, tonight's going to be kind of brief, so we'll let everyone get to bed earlier tonight. But I wanted to go to a post, and this is why I have the Discord, which is Captain. And if Captain, if you're in the chat or somewhere, you're going to have to let me know who you are because I don't even remember who you are. Captain in my Discord posted this post. He said, I always like to tell my children the benefits of asking a good question. This is what I came up with on ChatGPT when I asked about the benefits of rag chewing. And so I thought, what a cool thing to talk about. And because tonight I can't really go too late, this is what ChatGPT came up with, why it's good to rag chew, or what did he say? The benefits of rag chewing. So what I liked about this, it gave a lot. Now I don't know exactly what he typed in. Maybe what's the benefit of rag chewing was just a kind of a paraphrase of what he typed in. But let's just start at the top. Number one, building community and friendships. Rag chewing is a great way to connect with other operators locally, globally, building a network of friends with shared interests. Over time, these interactions often develop into meaningful friendships and support systems, creating a real sense of community within the ham radio world. How do we feel about that one? That one's pretty good, right? We're going to judge ChatGPT on how well it does according to how we believe rag chewing benefits and why we do it. Rag chews and colonoscopies. That one always comes up. Colonoscopies. I may have to get on after my next colonoscopy and let some people know how it went.
Yeah, please don't live stream.
Yeah, I won't live stream it. There have been some guys record it though, which is funny afterwards when they're trying to come out of the anesthesia.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be fun.
So that's one of the big ones, right? And probably my biggest kind of focus on creating this live stream. Initially, it was just me getting on and kind of me rag chewing, maybe come up with some topics. And then I thought, I want to create more of a community because I like the other communities that we have out there that are both local in our clubs and live stream groups and the guys and people that do that. I love watching as many as I can and being part of those communities as well. So I figured we need another night of having a community where we can come together, Ragchew, and build some of these. Where did it go? Meaningful friendships and support systems, and have a real sense of community. So what did y'all think of my thumbnail? I figured a bunch of hogs chewing on rags. That's probably what most non-ham radio people get in their mind when you say rag chewing, right? I won't let my wife or anybody talk to me until I'm fully awake, and that will be known by the doctor that no one can come see me until I am fully awake. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Number 2, developing communication skills. This is always a big one, right? For ham radio and stuff. Regular extended conversations help you become more confident in operating the radio, managing various communications protocols, and refining conversational skills. As you talk about a range of topics, you also learn to communicate clearly, troubleshoot interface, and handle conversations efficiently over the airwaves. Oh, did we figure out who Capt was? Captain in Discord? Have they come forward? Because I don't remember who that was, if I ever knew. I don't see anyone saying anything. No one's going to claim responsibility of being that person. So I think that's good, right? Developing communication skills outside of radio, but within radio, because we're doing it with our voices and we're doing it here in this community on chat and streaming and stuff like that. So we're rag chewing online and we're rag chewing in the radio. Comments and concerns. Let's move on then, guys. Number 3, learning and sharing knowledge. Rag chewing often involves swapping stories. We'll put in parentheses of colonoscopies, comma, tips, and experiences related to ham radio, technical setups, antennas, and signal improvements. You'll learn from others and share your own knowledge, staying updated on new equipment, techniques, and best practices in radio operation. No way, Chris.
Yes, we got to get you out of your shell. I know people that don't own a microphone. They're all about CW, but come on, Chris.
Chris, are you serious? I need to know if that's serious or not.
It could be true. It could be true. Oh, he's serious.
Wow.
He's serious. Wow.
Okay.
I've done voice, CW, and digital, so I've done the trifecta, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
It's all right. You're still part of the group. Going to be getting into more JS8 for sure. All right, let's go into the next one, which a lot of us really like, is practicing emergency communication skills. Regular radio operation prepares you for emergency situations by practicing during casual chats. You get comfortable with your equipment, procedures, managing interference. This practice can be invaluable when clear, reliable communications is needed in emergencies. And this is a whole topic in and of itself, right? We talk about things like this, and we learn how and we teach people how to automatically or through software program their radios easier, but we also tell them you need to know how to program your radio manually because you never know. So
the big push is to get people in certain, all these emergency services and to get their GMRS and the amateur radio licenses. And then when they need to use it, they can't get it to work. So, yeah. I mean, you got to practice. You got to get in there, learn the cadence of everything. Cadence on amateur radio is going to be different than the cadence on public safety radio versus maybe a CB radio or GMRS radio. So, Don's showing off. But there are people that are awesome like that, like Eric NM5M. He's pretty impressive on the CW.
Yeah.
So, and 45 Auto, we need to get you on digital too. I haven't done that much digital. I've done some. But honestly, I've never made an FTA or JS8 contact ever. So someday I'll do that.
I'm still messing with some things here.
And yeah, I agree.
Can you
Heard
still hear
a
me,
lot of
Michael?
OEMs. Yes, I can.
Okay.
They can speak for days about their antennas, which would be helpful if I had the zillion dollars those guys poured into their shacks. Yeah, I want a DB42 Monster Yagi, from Stepper,
Mm-hmm. That would be nice.
And I've actually got the SSTV app on my phone, and I've used my phone for SSTV. I've used a computer as well, but
Okay.
But 45 Auto, there are phone apps that you can run some digital items on there. So maybe we should do a Ragchew on the phone apps sometime, Paul.
Definitely. Okay. I think one of the things too is with rag chewing and most of these topics we're going to talk about, these points, just like anything, right? Practice, you usually get better at it. And that's with practically anything, languages, speaking in public and all that. So it helps with your emergency skills as well. Just like training as police or fire may train and train and train and train, where they're more efficient and more effective in an actual emergency because they've trained and practiced so much. They're more familiar with everything. Enjoy a hobby that reduces stress. Number 5, rag chewing can be relaxing and enjoyable, providing a break from daily stress. Engaging in friendly conversation, particularly in a hobby-oriented environment, can enhance mood, reduce stress, and offer a fulfilling way to spend time. Which, there are times in our lives where maybe we're homebound or we have a lockdown or, whatever it may be, or we're sick or something. We can still get on there and rag chew. So it gives us another option.
Well, in addition to that, it reminds me, my mind, it's escaping my mind right now, his name and call sign, but he was involved with the military. He was a captain of a PT boat in Vietnam, but he was involved in an organization that gets vets, especially vets that are experiencing PTSD, into ham radio. And that way they're able to talk to other vets, and they have their own little nets where they just talk to each other. And it's actually an effort to reduce the risk of suicide from people with PTSD. So they have fellow veterans that they can talk to on the HF radio. So great program. I wish I had the details of it, but when you're talking about reducing stress, that really reminded me of that program that they're starting, or they've started a while back.
Mm-hmm. I'm just taking a look at Discord real quick. I'm afraid then with Discord, with the mixer not working, I won't get Discord audio.
I can bring my phone up if you want to do that.
That's all right. We're going to keep it. It looks going to be brief tonight anyway. So then I'm going to go through everything in my setup again and see what happened. Let's move on to number 6, improving technical proficiency. Kind of talked on this a little bit, but extended use of the radio helps you get to know your equipment and recognize any issues with the transmission or reception or webcam issues or live streaming mixer issues. If you encounter technical difficulties, you're more likely to troubleshoot them on the spot, which enhances both your skill level and familiarity with your setup. I do this, honestly, I was joking, but I do this with the equipment that I've slowly been building up and setting up. And, I do get more and more proficient at it. And there's still moments where I can't figure something out and I got to troubleshoot. It's the same with radio. And when we rag chew, you might not be getting somebody in too clear. There might be some is that your son?
Yeah, that's my son and his fiance.
I thought someone was singing to me.
Oh no, it's just the back.
You might have to learn. Maybe you've got some filtering on your radio, and you've got to learn, how to better filter out some of the noise or whatever it may be. So yeah, it gives you great opportunity because we don't have the same conditions every time, right? We just did a 40 and 60 meter NVIS net Saturday morning. For me, 60 was horrible. 40 was clear as a bell. My noise was S1, and I heard everyone and I was getting out really clear with the Chameleon TDL, the tactical delta loop, which usually doesn't perform for me very well. So anyway, it's a good way for us to learn our equipment and improve our technical proficiency. And then maybe when we need it to try to, whether it's an emergency or maybe it's a contest and you're trying to get that one rare DX or whatever that you haven't been able to get, and you already know how to tweak this and that so you can hear them and make the QSO. I'm relying mostly on you to catch anything in the chat there, Michael.
That's
7.
Okay. They're kind of razzing each other a little bit.
All right. Participate in cultural exchange. How many of you have talked to, other than Chris, how many of you talked to people outside of the United States? We've got Greg in here today.
Dan's our captain, Captain Dan.
Oh, Dan is captain. Dan, welcome. Thank you for coming forward.
Thank you so much.
We're on number 7, Dan. Okay. Was Dan, who was having the streaming? No, Douglas was having stream. Douglas, is the stream still not coming through? I don't think anyone else is on the internet on my end, so it shouldn't be my upload speed. So, okay, so Chris heard South Africa last night. I've talked to quite a few. Most of the time it's not Ragchew. Most of the time it's contesting and just a brief exchange. But I have the capability of doing that, and I know what kind of antenna and such it takes to get out to those locations, depending on the, conditions, of course. I've been learning more and more what frequencies and bands work better throughout the day, and that one frequency may not work, but another frequency might, just to reach somebody. So, or a different type of antenna. But knowing those things allows you to, instead of doing local, or you get an antenna or setup where you can get out internationally, and experience other cultures and talk to other people with similar interests or hobbies on the radio. And that is definitely one of the cool options.
Motion detected at the front door.
Yes, I'm leaving.
One of the things that's been cool is one of the things that's cool with that is mixing in the live streams and our rag chewing here, because we talked to we got Hayden, and I'm speaking internationally from the United States. Hayden, we've got Simon, we've got Wes, we've got Andy. Most of you guys know the guys I'm talking about over in Europe, and we've got guys all over there's a Paul in, is it Norway or Sweden? I watch him sometimes. Even within our community, even though it may not be on radio, we tend to rag chew during the live streams on Josh's or Simon's or Jason or Tanks. So,
howdy, Colin.
There we go, Colin. See, international cultural.
There we go.
Colin's gonna culturalize us in his ways. We're on number 7, Colin, talking about Ragchew and what Chat GPT has come up with, which Dan in the chat posted this on the Discord, so we thought we'd go over it tonight. So let's now that we've gained another cultural icon in the ham radio Ragchew community, Colin in VK, let's move to 8, practicing good radio etiquette and protocol. This is the reason it took me 6 months to push my PTT button when I first got my license, because I felt like I wasn't capable I was afraid I was going to say something wrong. A lot of people have that kind of that anxiety or angst before, but the more we use it, right, the better it gets. The more we learn the etiquette, the more we learn maybe the Q codes, if it's Q codes you want to use in your Ragchew or whatever it may be. If you're using CW, I mean, that's almost a whole nother language in and of itself, right? There's a lot of shortcuts in CW and some of the digital modes. You can't so much Ragchew with, say, FT8, but you can Ragchew with other digital modes for sure. PSK, RIDI. You can get on there and talk all night. Regular on-air conversations help you reinforce proper radio etiquette, manners, and legal requirements. You'll become more fluent in the appropriate protocols and conventions of ham radio, which improves the experience for everyone on the air. And maybe some of us have experienced that with local nets and such. We've certainly experienced that with Aries nets, right? So look at an Aries net. Just take that as an example. There's even etiquette within the Aries net or Skywarn net, right? One of those may be minimum reporting criteria. Some people may not know that because they haven't participated, and the minimum reporting criteria might be nickel size hail, and someone might get on there and say, "Hey, I've got lightning striking around my house." Well,
Right.
That's not the proper Skywarn or
Paul,
Aries etiquette.
And it's going to be a little different etiquette in each county. Minimum reporting criteria is kind of a Denton County original. We started that here. I'm not sure if other people have the same thing, but the reason we have minimum reporting criteria is we may be having softball to baseball size hail with a tornado dropping. We don't need to hear about pea-size hail on the other end of the county. So that's what he's talking about. We have etiquette and protocols even within our own community that's not necessarily transferred to other areas. But I mean, just get on the radio. The more you talk, there's going to be some people I like to call ham holes out there, but we have a lot of people that will get in there and they'll correct you, but they correct you to encourage you and will help you improve your radio skills that way. So we'll let you know if you got a trashy signal. We're big about signal reports, and you won't see that anywhere else. Oh, I got a trashy signal. Are you trying to insult me? No, this is the way. There you go. There you go, Paul. So
I thought I'd throw that out there.
Ham holes is copyrighted by me. Just want to let you know.
Ham holes are the cousins of sad hams. Now, we don't want to disparage people. A lot of people make honest mistakes, right? But I would suggest, just with this simple example like Skywarn, if you aren't already, get familiar with your Skywarn Aries or Racy's etiquette on the things that they do, the events that they host or weather watches and stuff like that. And it's good practice regardless of the legal requirements of announcing your call sign and all those things that we all know about.
Yes, Chris. After I ask you to repeat your call sign 17 times, I'll give you a 5-9.
So to sum it up, ChatGPT gives us this statement: rag chewing is a social, engaging, and skill-building activity that adds enjoyment to ham radio. It allows you to connect with others, expand your knowledge, and refine your communication abilities, making it an essential part of the ham radio experience for many licensed operators. So I pretty much agreed with this. I don't know if anybody has any differences, additions, things they think ChatGPT maybe got wrong or a little off. Throw it in the chat. Let us know. And if you're watching this afterwards, put it in the comments and let's rag chew in the comments. But see, here's what's funny is they even those guys that rag chew, let's say about colonoscopies. Look, in this moment,
Paul's favorite subject right now.
And I'm supposed to get one this year, and I put it off, so I'm kind of pushing it to the end of the year. No pun intended. It actually gives us a little joke, right? Kind of a little thing to laugh about right now. It's not so much that we're laughing about them, but it's become a joke that occasionally when it comes up, it always kind of makes me laugh. Because it's true. It does happen for those who don't know.
Just make sure you fart afterwards. That's what they're really concerned about.
Give a summary. Oh my gosh, John.
John, just because we crashed the first stream.
John, do you mind if we mention? We probably have in the past. What you lead or what you're in charge of? Can we mention that? What you run? Just let me know.
John and I have known each other since the day visited a ham display. So they did some great stuff.
Okay. So John, Totem Pole of Care he runs the, I guess twice a month now, right? Wednesday night, WinLink Wednesday. So John is the one that takes all that time. And can you remind me of when that is, either Michael or John? First and third, or second and fourth?
Michael has not been good at that.
So that's another great thing to do. And what John will do with his WinLink Wednesday is he'll put in there sometimes a question. Well, usually there's a question, but sometimes he'll have you use a different form. He'll ask for to use, throw this, whatever. I don't know what he used last time, but usually it's just a net check-in. And take just that. It's not Ragchew per se, but it can be. I mean, it's email basically. You can send stuff back and forth, but WinLink Wednesday is part of what helps us learn and develop skills, learn etiquette, and become more effective ham radio operators. And you can even with WinLink Wednesday, you can see the call signs. Thanks, John. First and third Wednesday of the month. You can see the call signs of people. You can see the reach. It just keeps expanding, and it's just a great thing. And like everything else in our hobby, in our communities, online, radio, contesting, whatever it may be, we're developing these cool friendships, relationships, growing the community. And I think our group in this county, in the county here and maybe surrounding, we've probably got 25 text groups on either Signal or WhatsApp in various interests. And we Ragchew, it's probably more. And we Ragchew in those text groups in a sense, because one might be digital madness, and that text group is for people who are interested in digital communications, Chris. And another one might be, what's another one, Michael? Weather Treehouse, where we talk about the weather, and people can, it's a back channel to not clog up any critical chat group or anything like that. So if you're not engaging, try to find other ways to engage in Ragchew in other methods and ways, whether it's, I see a lot of, you guys, we're all kind of in the same group, and we get on the same streams, and I see most of y'all in there chatting, and find another way to maybe open up and find another way to use radio. For Chris, it might be, hey, you know what? I'm going to try an SSB contact. For me, it's going to be definitely CW. I've been wanting to do CW. That's my next thing. And find ways we can kind of broaden our horizons within ham radio.
And Chris, there's the Long Island CW Club. They got ways to learn. And there's the CW Academy, which I did. And I got up to 20 words a minute. Now, trying to keep QSO going was a little challenging when I did get on the air. But and I can't even tell you the whole alphabet right now. So I've kind of let it slide away. But yeah, I mean, that's some great things. But if you're interested, John, are you okay with me getting your call sign over the internet here?
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean for that to knock us out here.
For WinLink Wednesday? Did we lose John?
No, he's in there. It just has a 5 to 7 second delay.
Oh, 5 to second. Okay. So if you're interested in getting into WinLink Wednesday, send John a message with and just tell him your call sign. So you want to get into WinLink Wednesday. And his call sign is KF5VO. That's Kilo Foxtrot 5 Victor Oscar. So send him a deal, and all of a sudden you're going to get the weekly emails, and you want your email address in that email or in that WinLink message, correct? So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But he had some fun questions, like I think one time he asked, "What's your favorite cookie?" And he puts it all on a spreadsheet for everybody to see what everybody's favorite cookie was. You have a little cookie poll there. I mean, it's just real simple stuff. But the nice thing about WinLink Wednesday, John is the one who got me started learning how to use WinLink, and we use it heavily in Aries. And it was John's net is WinLink Net that got me started and got me going with the basics. So it's really a great starting point there and a lot of fun. So it's just what. So sure, okay, sure. When like address is fine, what get you in there? And Paul just shared the WinLink site. Have you put in WinLink Wednesday? That's a pretty long URL there. If you just put in WinLink Wednesday, you'll be able to find the site pretty easily.
Yeah, no, there is original. The first one you'll see is original WinLink Wednesday. So you can, of course, participate in that one as well. Mm-hmm. And when you scroll down, the second one is John's WinLink Wednesday in TX, North Texas. So, which is where we are. It goes beyond. It's well beyond North Texas. It's global at this point. But
right.
So that's kind of a challenge. I just thought this was great. Thanks again. Was it Don or Dan? I forgot. Dan. Thanks again, Dan, for suggesting that. And I've got it pulled up right here. Let's go full screen. So let me, for those who aren't, I will copy this again. And for those who aren't in Discord, it's a really, once you figure out how to use it, it's a little bit of a learning curve there. That'll join you into the Ragchew Crew's Discord server. And if you look at this top one, Ragchew Crew Topics, this is where you can throw topics in. If you want to come on and talk about something, if you want us to look into something and bring it to the Ragchew Crew on a Sunday night stream, throw it in this. And this is the spot where Dan, right? Where Dan posted that. And I thought it was pretty cool. So he posted it this morning. I saw it at 11:30-ish. And I immediately thought, you know what? Why not Ragchew about Ragchew? And hopefully this will help people that watch this afterwards that may not know what Ragchew is. They might come across this and be, wow, this is pretty cool. Let's get into this and not think that it's a bunch of baby razorbacks chewing on wet towels.
Yeah, my server's not that busy, Chris. Way too many servers.
Yeah, here's what I don't like to leave.
I'm still learning, and I have a Discord for getting out live, and I need to learn how to start utilizing that.
Yeah, well, mine, because I don't even use mine as much as I use others like Ham Jazz and Jason Ham Radio 2.0. Ham Jazz is a really good one, but I just put all these in here so that if someone does want to post something, there's a topic. It stays in a topic, because sometimes if everyone posts to general, it gets lost because I can't keep up with all this. So I have one for my son. Here's Toads. Here's Frank and Ham Radio Wilderness. Look, 101. I can't keep up with them. 139 on Jason's. So, throw it in here. And this isn't something that I'm like, oh, I'm going to reply immediately, but it's going to be tweaked too as the memberships pop up in the YouTube. There's going to be some channels that are for members. There might be videos that I put out before I can post them and things like that. So as I'm trying to figure out how to go forward with my channel, but anyway, throw them in here. If you got something, want to throw it in, here's Meshtastic, GMRS, blah, blah, blah. Again, the main one I want to focus on is, where's the picks? Members picks. If you got something you want to show off, it's cool. Show an antenna, show a go box. Throw it here in members pictures.
That was some cool pictures that Greg sent. Is
Greg, if you're still on, sound off. So Greg, he's in the chat here, is Japan Ham. He's down in southern Japan, and look at the radio he's got, guys. He gets to play with, because they're already selling them in Japan. It's the 7760. So he posts these videos of this, and look at that beautiful, such a beautiful radio. And I got the 101D, which is still a beautiful radio, but this is a beautiful radio. So he posts those. I keep telling him he needs to live stream and operate it. People would love to just watch that screen, but yeah, there he is. So yeah, Greg posts some stuff. Here's KG5RJR Scott, who does the Skyhook, and that's going to be my next series, is how to use his Skyhook in various configurations. He 3D printed a little mount for his Yaesu 500 for his Go box. So I don't know. It's just a cool thing that I love to see them. I don't post a lot of pictures in here. I already post videos. Nobody wants to see more. But if you guys post stuff in here, it's always, for me, is cool to see other people's. Oh, here's one. Was this you, Greg? No, who was this? Yeah, this is Greg. Here's a case for this 705. It's so cool.
Oh, wow.
So
3D printed.
Yeah, 3D printed, covers the front, has a handle, little screw right. I mean, what a cool idea. So that one, and then Ragchew topics.
Those pictures he was sending us, he was playing around with the screen colors. So apparently you could change all the colors on there.
Yeah, look at that. It's just beautiful. And I'm a mostly Yaesu guy. I have a 705 now, which I've been wanting to get for a while. But I mean, if I could, I'd buy it. Well, I would like to have better antennas before I buy anything like this kind of radio. But be great to have it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, Colin, it is approved in the U.S. We're just waiting for the radios to come over. I think Ray may have brought one over. Ray Novak may have brought one over. He kind of gave a little teaser of what was in the back of his pickup truck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's Don. He might still be in chat. This is where he is, and his shack he's starting to build. He has a lot more than this. Greg, Japan Ham did a Joda. Or no, Castles. It's a GAC OTA.
Castles on the air.
It's Japan Castles on the air. Jakota. And he's got his little, what is that, a buddy pole there, Greg? Looks like a buddy pole. 705, I guess, down there. So he posted that in POTA. That's another one I want to start getting into. Michael and I we want to start getting out together maybe once a month for a couple hours. So hopefully we'll get some more photos here too. Yeah. I'll let Michael control the stream. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll get someone else to control the stream. I'm just kidding.
I don't think I hit the button, but something funky went there because I was like, hey, I don't think we're on the stream. It just told me it ended. So that was weird. But I was we're still streaming.
Yeah. I just think this is so cool. And there's not too many countries that you could do this. I mean, how many countries have a bunch of castles, right? We certainly don't in the States. So what a cool thing to have in a country where you can do castles on the air. I think that's awesome.
So Colin, if we had the Discord working, we'd like to hear your pronunciation of council.
Oh yeah, how?
Okay, hang on. Let me fix them up here.
You might have to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it, but see if we can get in there.
Well, get in there and talk, and I can look at my mixer and see if it's coming through. Because I have it set up for voice chat.
Colin, join us on the live stream voice channel. I want to hear your pronunciation.
Talk in Discord, Michael.
Okay, can you hear me? Test 1 2 3. Test.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's coming through.
Are you guys hearing him double or just one?
I'm sorry?
Chat, are you hearing Michael double or you just hear one stream of his voice?
Here, let me take the speaker off. Let me mute my mic.
New thread.
Oh, Colin's on the wrong PC, but yeah.
I think it's Castles.
Castles.
Isn't it? Castles. Japan Castles on the air, right? Kind of an AH, Castles. Not castles.
Castiles.
It's doubling through YouTube. All right, I'll cancel that out. It shouldn't be double. This word. Well, I don't know. The closest I can get that I've heard. Well, I don't know. I've heard more British accents than Australian and New Zealand or any of those others that are kind of similar. And I know there's a difference between those two as well. So, okay, well, we're going to have to chat GPT that too, something, I guess. All right. Greg, I wasn't, check the new thread under POTA and SOTA for the Dakota articles.
Some pretty cool stuff there. And he was right next to the castle on one photo.
This one right here?
No, I swear I saw another picture that he posted on Discord.
No, I think he's talking about this link.
Oh.
All right. So for those, I'm going to put that in stream, and then we're going to oh, it did the whole thing. It copied the whole text. Is this a clickable link for everybody in the stream since I posted? Let me try that. Yeah, even within the States, it's, a lot of things are pronounced differently. And well, even in other countries, other countries have Japan. There's some differences from north to south, and other countries I've been to, I don't know about language I don't understand, French or any of those, but
I think that's just about any language.
Yeah, England has different, depends on where you're at. So. The new thread under POTA SOTA. I don't see a new thread. Strictly optional, yeah. Are you sure you put it in Ragchew crew Discord,
Coke.
Greg?
Okay, Chris, I grew up and everything was a Coke. It didn't matter what soft drink it was. But we've had such an influx of people coming in from different areas of the country. It has actually changed our lexicon to start calling soft drinks. What do you call them, Paul?
Soft drinks?
I
think I call it
always
soda.
call them, what kind of Coke do you want?
I say sodas. At work, I ask people, what do you have? I got sodas. Yeah, I say sodas.
Yeah. I've kind of transitioned to soft drinks. That's just because I grew up with the term Coke. So there you go. Pop, soda. All right, Colin, take care. Glad you came here.
Soft drink. Yeah, I use soft drinks occasionally.
But anybody else changed it as people? There you go, D.
Here's
anybody else changed the what they call a carbonated beverage? Well, that would include beer too. A soft drink, or am I the only one that has changed it because of where I live?
Also, I'm going to post a word in the chat. And I want you guys to tell me what that means to you. What drink does this mean to you? Under text channels, put a drop-down thread. A drop-down thread. Under text channels. Well, I'm looking at POTA SOTA, but I'm not.
Well, I saw one when he was like within very close to the building.
Okay, here goes, guys. I'm going to put this in here. Just put the word. What drink does this mean?
They only have one drink, right? Really?
So this is something I get at work all the time from people from all over the country. When they want a ginger ale, they tell me Canada Dry. So depending on my mood, I sometimes hand them a club soda because Canada Dry is the manufacturer, not the drink. But people think Canada Dry is ginger ale, as you can see by the chat. We also have Canada Dry Club Soda. There's a lot of different Canada
tonic,
Dry drinks.
Canada Dry, but their most famous
ginger ale.
drink is a ginger ale.
Yeah. So
I always ask for a ginger ale.
sometimes I'll hand them the ginger ale and I say, "Oh, you mean a ginger ale?" And I point to the words. It's usually non-Americans with, little to some English. But
Okay, ginger ale doesn't have ginger in it. Is that true? Is there a ginger ale that does have ginger in it and some don't?
I believe
never heard
Japanese
that.
ginger actually does have ginger in it.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Kleenex. Yep. I called it. I never called tissue. I said I needed a Kleenex. Yep.
I hate club soda too, but most of what I drink is just carbonated water or sparkling water, but I can't stand the flavor of club soda.
Well, it's good for getting stains out.
Yeah. Greg will have to look into that. Or this weekend I'll find out. I actually do think ginger ale in Japan has ginger.
I've never have understood the ginger not having souls movement there.
I'm more of a Marianne ale.
There you go.
Carbonated water is the way to go. No sodium. Don't get anything with sodium.
Well, what's the fun of that?
But you can get some with flavors. And if you need energy, there's some that have, ginseng or green tea or guaraná from Brazil. Is Marianne your wife? No. Speaking of which, guys, this is the reason I'm going to shut it down. If you guys want to hang out, Michael's more than willing to keep going with this tonight, but I'm going to get to bed early. It actually, 15 minutes of difficulties. I was going to do 30 minutes, and it went basically an hour of my time to. So,
yeah, and sorry about that, guys. There was several failures happening all at once. So
I'm going to go through a whole sweep of the system. It may be because I messed around with Streamlabs, and I'm using OBS and StreamYard. That may have been part of the problem. So, thanks everyone. Ragchew, the challenge of the night: find a new way to ragchew in ham radio. Look into some other ways to expand your horizons and find other ways to ragchew, or get on HF and listen to some ragchew. What the heck? Find out the best colonoscopy stories out there.
Okay, guys, I want to call it a night too. I've had a bit of a weekend, but do appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with us. We're almost an hour now, Paul.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to shut it down, guys. 73s. Glad, Michael, thanks for getting in here and getting it started, on time when I was struggling. And you guys have a good week.
Sorry it crashed. We don't know exactly what happened and why it happened, but it did. But I've seen the big YouTubers, the big main 100,000 subscriber YouTubers have the same issue. So it happens.
All right. Everyone stay safe out there. Stay prepared. And we'll see you next week on the Sunday Night Ragchew.
All right. Take care, y'all. 73.
73s.